x squared plus 19x plus 10, and basically, okay, so this is always going to be equal to 0, by the way. Anyway, so this is going to always be equal to 0, and what you're always going to do is you're going to take this first number here in front of the x squared, right? And you know, if it was negative, for instance, you would take the negative also with it, and you're going to multiply it by the number over here. And if it was also negative, you'd multiply it, you know, with the negative. So here, for instance, can you see this is 6 multiplied by 10? So it's going to be 6 times 10. I don't like writing my multiplication like that. Multiplied by 10. And this is going to be 60, right? So what you're trying to find is factors of 60, and by factors what I mean is, you know, numbers, two numbers that when you multiply them they equal 60. However, when you add them, they're going to equal to 19. Okay? Now this I may have said it a little fast, but this is what I mean, okay? So what are factors of 60? Factors of 60 is something like 1 multiplied by 60, you know? 2 multiplied by 30, 4 multiplied by what? 4 multiplied by 15, I believe, and so on and so forth, right? Anyway, so now I'm going to look for factors that when I multiply them together, they're going to give me 60. So you can see 1 times 60 is 60, but when I add them together, they're going to give me 19. So you can see that this first one here is not an option, because when you add this together, this is 61. Okay? The second one, can you see this is 2 times 30? 2 times 30 is 60, but when you add them together, this is 32. So that does not equate to the right answer. Now look at this one. 4 times 15 is equal to 60. But look now, when I add them together, 4 plus 15, you can see that that is 19. So you can see that this equals my middle term over here. So my factors is going to be 4 and 15. Okay? When I multiply them together, they give me 60. When I add them, they give me 19. So what you're going to do now is, in place of this 19x, you're going to write 4x plus 15x, okay? And I'm saying plus 15x is particularly because of this plus sign in the front here, okay? So let me show you this. This is going to be 6x squared, and let me probably write this in blue, plus 4x plus 15x. Doesn't matter which way I write them. So I could have written 15x plus 4x, doesn't matter, equals to 0, okay? So basically, these two now is going to be 6x squared. Now what you're trying to do is you're going to take both of, how can I say it? You're going to take group like terms. Let me say that. You're going to be taking the like terms, right? And by like terms, this is what I mean. You're going to be taking the first two terms here, right? You're going to be taking these first two terms together. Okay, or should I just say focusing on these two terms together? And then you're going to be focusing on, and I hope this color won't ruin anything, but these two terms together, okay? So this is how you're going to do this. This is what I mean. Best way to do this safely is just to include the parentheses around them. Okay, can you see I bring down the plus sign here? Anyway, this is going to be 15x plus 10 equals to 0, okay? So this is going to be 6x squared. I'm going to look for a common factor. What's the common factor of 6x squared plus 4x? A common factor is going to be 2. That's for one. Between 6 and 4, you can see that they both have 2 in common. And x, because here this is actually x times x. Can you see? So this is going to be my common factor. And basically, what do I have left up here? So the best way to do it is just to simply divide 6x squared by 2x. So I will do it to the side here quickly. 6x squared can be written as 6x times 6x, right? Over 2x. So you can see that 1x cancels with 1x. And can you see how many times does 2 go into 6? 3 times, so you can see that this is going to be 3x as your final answer. Okay, so here's going to be 3x. We're going to do the same thing we did over here with the 4, and what we're going to be left with here is plus 2. This is going to be plus. Now we're going to be doing another we're going to be taking out a common factor here also. So what's a common factor here? We can take out 5, right? And basically what I'm going to have left is 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Now these two terms in the middle here must be equal at this stage. If they're not equal at this stage, then something is wrong, or you have to tweak it up for them to be equal. Okay, so you can see that these two terms over here are equal. These two terms in the parentheses are equal. Okay, so when that happens, what you're going to do is you're going to take the outside terms. So can you see this is 2x and the plus 5? Okay, you're going to take the two outside terms, you're going to put them together, right? And then you're also going to take one of these terms here, these green terms. Okay, and basically if you are to FOIL this, you should get right back up here. Okay, if you FOIL that, you'll get back up here. Anyway, so now that I've gotten in this stage, I'm going to have 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 and 3x plus 2 equal to 0, right? So I'm solving for x here. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. So it's going to be 2x is equal to negative 5 and 3x is equal to negative 2. When you divide both sides by 2 on this side, and basically I'm going to have x is equal to negative 5 over 2. And this side here is going to be divided by 3, and x is going to equal to negative 2 over 3. So this is the AC method, and best way to check your answers, you just plug it in, and I'll let you do that because it might not look too pretty. So good luck.